And we're live. I.e. Uppies for all.
Hello.
Uppies required.
Hi, my name is Fabs. Welcome to Going Critical. This is Reckoning in Dawn's Shadow, our all-Asian campaign. You might know me as well as a storyteller for Manhattan by Midnight. And this is our Thursday show. And yeah, so it's D&D 5e. If you want to be involved in the game, you actually can. We have donations set down at the bottom. If you want to help out, you can use either real currency or even chat points if you have accrued them. You can either give a reroll to your favorite player. You can give a hero point, which is very important. It's basically an auto success. Or you can add some drama by donating, and we will be drawing from the deck of many things if that's your fancy. And yeah, let's get acquainted with our cast. Let's start with Luke.
Hey everybody, I'm Luke Trevisi, Filipino-Italian, New York City comedian. I'm going to be playing Andres Utak today, the pit fighter, with the shoots lightning out of his hands apparently now. It's very exciting.
Toffee.
Hey guys, I'm Toffee. I am playing Bayani Brothbubble, the mangrove halfling mentala wizard.
Hell
Many
yeah.
words.
Saf.
Hi, I'm Saf. I'm playing Celeste, the Shadow Sorcerer Fox Henge Yokai. That's a long word to pronounce, and that's what I'm here to do.
Hell yeah. Last but not least for today, Joe.
I'm Joe, and that's Go Doug for Twitter and TikTok. I'm playing your usually pink alligator daddy, Hoonjin, Umelaga Dragonborn, Ranger Cleric. Help.
We are
Help.
missing a player today. Stella will be joining us. Hope they feel better. They'll be back next week. Yeah, last we left off, we're gonna get to the meat of it. A lot of revelations for the party. Someone might have sold their lives to a death game, and another has seen a long lost love. But the two peculiar things was with Celeste finding out they had a name before Celeste, and Hoon being a dragon? Question mark? Yeah. So, after a weird transformation and kind of a altercation that the party kind of helped out with, you find that Hoon, kneeling down on the floor, is accosted by a blonde priest. It is Father Alcaraz, who has a long sword pointed at your face. Let me just get where everybody is right now. So, Andres, where are you?
Let me see. If I remember correctly, Andres had thrown his sick-ass new lightning, and he was standing... I guess he was standing like, the way I was imagining it was like, I guess like if in a diagonal to wherever Flying Hoon was. So I guess like 100 feet away from that. So I guess like on the stairs towards like kind of the main dais area, I guess. Is that where it is, I guess?
Yeah, perfect.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Cool. Celeste, are you in the general vicinity as well?
Yeah, I think last we left off, Celeste and Andreas had run out of the the powder room together, and she ran up a little bit further because she was trying to get, oh my gosh, Bayani to help her get Hoon under control, but then it ended up working out with Lightning. So that worked out. I think she's kind of bridging the gap between Andreas and then to Hoon.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like in that middle ground. She's probably not close enough. She would need to run up to Hoon still, but she wasn't expecting him to fall so quickly.
Okay. And Bayani, give me like a general idea
Yeah, I would say that like from the main area, I think myself and Maru are probably like 60 feet away,
Mhm.
crouched behind like a staircase that's leading up to the second, third floor,
Mhm.
and we're just kind of like looking through like the little slits on the side of the staircase
Yeah.
from behind it.
And you definitely notice that Father Alcaraz, who you've seen in passing before at a distance at the church, pointing a long sword at Hoon. And Hoon, you hear him say, I was not expecting this. What are you?
I have no fucking idea.
You feel a kind of like a pulse come from him. All of you are within kind of like 60 feet, and you realize like this pulse kind of like tugging at your heart, and you see from kind of a distance. Actually, no. Everybody just make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
It's fine. DC is 15.
6.
Okay.
I turn into a dragon again.
Failure with a 14. For
Ooh,
14. Okay.
18 for me.
18 for you. Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
No,
Uh,
guys.
Everybody.
Wait,
Yes.
can I use my ring's other secret ability? Once per long rest, you may gain advantage on a charisma check.
Hey yo.
Or
It's
is
a
that a saving
throw, not a check.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. We always check to see. Remember, listeners and viewers, you
Yeah.
always check to see.
Always
Check with
ask
your DM.
questions to your DM. All right. Everybody except for Celeste, you are now under the effects of a Zone of Truth spell. So you may not lie. Let's roll for Mar.
Ooh, T.
She rolled a 16 on the die. Okay.
Ooh, she don't have to lie. She don't have to tell the truth.
Yes. Now, for the purpose of this spell, you are affected by the spell in a way that, in you particular, Hoon, what you believe is true will be your truth. Not necessarily what is true, but what you know is. All right?
This is bad.
Alrighty. You hear him say again, I will ask you again. What were you doing? What are your intentions?
To clarify, I'm under. Is it like a some sort of effect where I will just start saying what I think is happening?
You are no, whatever you say is supposed to be the truth. Whatever
Okay.
You can only speak the truth. You can choose not to
Okay.
speak. But with a sword in front of you, you kind of have an idea of
Right.
this man's temperament, based on
Okay.
Father Bowie as well.
Yeah.
Which I need to
I
make a
think-
save too.
I think to a certain degree, Hoon can't not tell the truth in this moment, as just he's reflecting. I mean, this perhaps happening to him the first time that he has awakened.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of says, "Can you tell me what the question he asked again?
What are your intentions and what did you do?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. Somebody touched some part of me, and I'm like not talking about my symbol. And then a transformation happened. father.
He lays his sword, points it on your shoulder. You feel the sharp point, not pierce, but definitely,
The threat of it.
the threat of it is definitely there.
Celeste will step closer. Like, the more aggressive he gets, the more she would be inching up on him. Much like a
Yes.
fox does. Not full-on attacking, but she's ready to go for
Yeah, of
get
course.
him, you know? She has to.
Does anybody else do anything?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and step forward, and as Bayani steps forward, he's gonna trip on Maru's dress and like face
Oh my
plant.
god.
Look, yeah, please don't hurt him. Sorry, Maru. This is where this is my bodyguard. Hi, hello.
This is indeed true. So he loosens the grip on the sword and points it more towards the ground now.
Andres is just kind of pointing his hand out, and he's like, "I have lightning, and I'm not afraid to use it."
No.
Andres, just back down for a bit. Father.
Okay, I'm really excited about the lightning. Sorry.
Father, something happened here that I feel is out of our explanation. I'm sure in your line of work, many things have happened that you cannot explain. And we're willing to cooperate, right? Right, everyone? We're willing to tell you as much as we know, but frankly, we don't know much. Yeah.
Well, if... And I do know that you're telling your truth. Might I do a little thing to test if you are quite innocent?
Certainly.
He holds
mean-
out his hand, and you see, for you, Hoon, it's blinding, the light coming out of his palm. And he is assessing what presence you hold. And as the light dims, you hear a voice behind you say, "It seems, Father, it seems that everything is now under control, and I don't believe that you need to do any more of this." And he kind of waves his hands, closes his eyes, and kind of like an invisible string snaps in his grips. And the three of you feel that the zone of truth is now gone. The magic has been dispelled. You see that it is Dr. Sikat. If you may, Father, this is a colleague, someone that I have worked with before, and I can vouch that they have nothing to do with the Frey presence that you are so afraid of. So please, release them to my custody and everything will be fine. You see, quite silent for about 3 seconds. And he turns around and calls over to Father Bowie as they walk out of the door. You hear Maru exclaim and kind of cast a spell. Something not dissimilar to what Andres has been doing to boom his voice, and says, "My fellow Academy members, guests, everything is fine. You may return. These things, sometimes you need to do a little convincing and demonstrating to get funding. One just went awry but now is under control. Please return to the banquet and enjoy the rest of the night. And she looks at Bayani, giving you a I hope they fucking buy it look. Dr. Sika puts a hand on your shoulder, Hoon, and asks you, are you alright?
I don't know.
Well, if you would like to speak more, we can to my office. I can examine you.
If you wouldn't mind.
I don't mind at all. If you would like to invite your other friends, we can do so if they are afraid of what might have happened.
I would appreciate that.
Well, if you need to round them up, I will be in my office. Feel free to come whenever you're ready. He starts to walk off.
What is Father Alcaraz? Is he like walking away from me now as well, or still looking at me?
He seems like he is about to just leave the whole party. He's seen enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna not deal with him. And I look over to Bayani and Andres, and is Celeste in view at this point?
Yeah, as soon as everything started to settle, she's pretty much right at your elbow.
Oh fuck.
Very sneaky.
Let's talk about this in his office, I guess.
There's also the powder room if you need it.
The powder meeting in the powder room.
I think we should leave sooner rather than later, everyone. Everyone here seems to be looking at us and giving us the stink eye.
Perhaps
No.
Maru would like to come with us then.
No.
He says this loud enough for Maru to hear. She is.
You're noticing
Maybe
that
she should fucking leave.
You're noticing that Maru is attending to guests as like one of the hosts. But they're close enough to like have an eye on you, so they're glancing from time to time to see where you guys are going.
I look at Bayani. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say roll me an insight check for anybody who is looking at Maru.
Bayani's not looking, diverting his eyes away.
That's fair.
Andres is looking at Bayani like.
Oh no, I look at Maru. 17, baby.
21.
Okay, for a 17 and 21, you definitely see that they are concerned about Hoon, but also are trying to make sure that Bayani doesn't leave their sight.
Yeah. I look at Bayani and I just sort of say, I understand that this is a chance for me to get in. Get some more information.
Then we're gonna do it. I'm with you all the way. We're going to his office. We all are.
But that's fine with everyone.
Look, to be honest, guys, I've already signed away my life, so I don't see why this wouldn't be fine.
What
Don't
did you
ask.
just say?
No, Hoon, don't ask right now. It's
Yeah.
really bad. Don't ask.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about it later.
Celeste is giving you the no-go sign of like, don't tell him right now.
We'll have a lot to talk about later, I guess.
Later. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is
Is my suit just like destroyed? And I'm like, what is the state of?
It's not super destroyed. Definitely, there are tears on the sleeve, a little bit on like the hem of your of your legs. Definitely the waistband has been split on the right side. And it's just generally disheveled.
Before we leave, everybody, I mean, there's still a lot of fresh food. I'm gonna get some
Bring some
leftover
bring some.
trays. Okay.
Trays, yeah.
And I walk over to one of the waiters. I'm like, "Hi, do you have any like to-go trays? We're gonna bounce.
To go trays? You want?
Yeah.
What? No. We need these trays. What are you thinking? Are you okay?
I mean, I didn't want to use my own, as I just go and open up my rucksack and take out like.
This is not for takeout. What's wrong with you?
But
This is a party.
Right, and you know, in my village, whenever we leave parties, we always take home all of the leftovers. It's like a whole like 30-minute process, and we have to say bye to every aunt and uncle. But you know, I don't really know anyone here, so we're just skipping the aunts and uncles, going straight to the leftovers. You know.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, because this guy definitely used to do that as well.
Bayani is the only one who could get away with this shit. It'd be like, bro, what the
I
fuck are
know.
you doing? And then you're like, oh, but he's just a little guy.
It's a 19.
It's a 19. I can't give you the tray, but you know.
I don't eat a lot. I'm just a halfling, you know. So like, small
Come
tummy.
Psst, come here. He gives you like a basket. And like you can fill the basket with like food, and he gives you a napkin to cover the basket so people don't know what it
That's so
is.
homey.
If you tell anybody, I swear to God, I will kill you. Okay?
I
Okay.
don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know who you are. As I go ahead and just duck underneath one of the tables to pop up on the other side and just start taking like 2 of everything.
Good.
And before you know it, I'm back with the group.
Good.
All right, we're good to go.
Where's the tray?
Did you on my outfit probably?
Ooh.
Did you
What
get
did you
any
say, Joe?
proteins? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I got some
Shrimp toast.
shrimp pot stickers.
Shrimp toast.
Yeah.
Fried rice. A shrimp? This rice?
There's a smorgasbord of things there. And as you are walking away, Bayani, you feel a sudden tug at the back of your jacket. Where are you going?
I'm assuming that all of us as a group, we are going out all at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
okay, I
everybody
feel
see
like-
this.
I feel like as I'm walking out with Hoon, I'm like casting like mending on his clothes to kind of like fix all like the small little tears.
Yeah.
I can't wait to figure out what's going. And I feel the tug, and Bayani's gonna pause. He's gonna turn around, his mask's still on, and look at Maru, and just say, "I'm sorry. Who are you?"
Gaslight geek.
Girl boss.
So I hope you're okay, and this is a wonderful party, but I think you're
Your
mistaking
sentence is interrupted with a slap in the face.
Insight check. What the fuck is going on?
She's upset. You don't even have to roll. She's really upset.
Well, actually, can I do an insight check on Bayani and like, did he do something to make this girl hit him all of a
I was
sudden?
gonna say, Celeste knows, so she's keeping her mouth shut.
Yeah.
How about this? As she slaps me, I'm gonna look up. For someone that's royalty, you don't have a lot of manners.
For someone who I cared about enough to start all of this, you seem to be really ungrateful. You were better than that, Bayani. And she turns around, walks away.
What?
She is met by a man with a white streak in his hair, and he just looks confused, and he follows her out.
Ooh,
I-
you messed up.
I don't know what. Celeste, uh,
Celeste is going to quietly, so only Bayani can hear. Because she wants to save as much face for him as possible, but she leans down very far at him. If it's one thing that a woman does not like, it's for her lover to forget her. And she stands back up.
I'm gonna
And-
try really hard to not eavesdrop.
She says it very, very quietly. So
I look
that,
at Andres and I don't say anything just so that like I can focus on him and not listening.
Andres points at his ring and is like, ha! Pretty cool.
You're trying to.
Spinner.
It's a fidget spinner. You're trying to focus on other things. You notice that your mask has kind of gotten a gold sheen to it. Kind of new scales grew out of this mask.
Can I add
Just
to
subtle.
when Celeste leans down to talk to Bayani, she's going to like fix his mask as if that's why she's leaning down, and kind of just give him a gentle pat on like the cheek as she fixes it as she says that.
yeah, and where you touch me on the cheek, it's like nice and like warm and filled with blood. Where like Maru's hand struck me.
Yeah.
You can feel like how there is a hotness there, not only from the strike, but also because of his embarrassment.
Yeah.
So
She's just trying to reduce that as much as possible for you.
there's a lot of things that I will tell you all at a later time, but we'll probably meet her again. I just have a lot more questions now than I originally thought. And I'm gonna go ahead and just start leading the exit out back towards the exit of the place.
Yeah,
This
of course.
is the part where the K-drama ending happens. Samsung's billboard like slashes across. We zoom in 3 times on the slap. Yeah.
Everything
My
is like
Samsung
has like a blurry vignette.
Yeah. Right
Um,
over it.
Yeah, you guys start walking. You guys leave the establishment. And you head over to Dr. Sikat's office. We're gonna change a little bit of mood since you guys aren't at the party anymore. Right. You guys are walking the campus and it's quite quiet. The distant string band which was playing at the party echoes at a distance, yet the only thing that surrounds you is crickets, chirping birds that are relatively active at night. So you notice a bit some owls, and also notice a raccoon scurrying about. And you get to the head office, where you know that Dr. Sikat is waiting for you to talk about, what has been happening so far. So, as you enter the building, you climb the stone steps of this office building. You get to his office, where the door is ajar, very welcoming to you all as he is expecting guests. He is there. He has taken off his jacket from the party. His mask rests on kind of like a on like an ottoman, like small footrest on in his office. Yeah. And as you enter, he says, "Oh, welcome. It seems that the party was a little overwhelming as well for the rest of you."
Is it okay if we eat in here?
Please do. As long as As long as my specimens don't bother you, feel free to do so. And you see specimens he was pointing to is what you now know are cloned, what do you call this? Organs from different types of humanoid creatures. Basically experiments of cloning.
Andres, you wanna split some soup dumplings?
Yeah, please.
All right, all right, all
Well,
right,
I for one had the time of my life.
Well, that is
Even after you
wonderful
signed
to
your
say.
life away.
What? Does that?
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about. These are great. Who made these?
I think the people that catered for the party.
Mhm.
Hoon, ask your questions. We're just we'll just be here listening to.
I give Hoon, if he'll let me, just like a light tap on the shoulder, like a there, buddy. I'm here to support you while these knuckleheads eat.
I squeeze your hand as you do that.
You gonna eat that? You gonna eat that right there?
Andres, just take it.
The chicken katsu? No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you get it with the curry sauce here?
Oh.
I look over to Dr. Seacott. I'm trying to remember what all he remembered or what he said to me. He knows that I was like able to help the mortician. I forget his name already. I'm sorry. Just like that I was there basically.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
oh, that you used to help him with other work is what he said earlier. Is you're an associate.
Yeah. But I mean, I think when we first talked, like the first conversation we had at the party, I think he mentioned me like helping the mortician out.
Oh yeah, he appreciates that you helped out Janelle to.
Janelle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I guess I just like sit comfortably for finally, and I just sort of I start. I mean, I'll try to fill in the gaps as much as possible. What do you recall about what happened?
Well, I was
What did you hear?
just about tonight, or
About the attack the other night.
well, I heard that things were coming to life. Some of the previous victims, particularly, were the ones who orchestrated this grave robbing, if you could call it that. And I heard that there were several creatures found on the scene, albeit turned into dust, which normally happens to certain undead creatures. That's pretty much it. We have actually looked into a little bit of investigating ourselves, but nothing really comes to fruition. We're people of science, and we don't necessarily have a good way of investigating things like this.
Fortitude.
What was that? Sorry.
Just like the Constitution. Like just like commenting on how like these nerds probably can't like just endure things. Who nods and just kind of goes, "Are you interested in how I got into the thick of it?"
Please, yes.
And I think very carefully, I am going to recall what happened. That doesn't involve Andres' manager. obviously doesn't involve all of the fact that Janelle and I both are aware that Dr. Sugat is stealing, but leaves in that like I was meant to see someone at the bathhouse after closing, and the person that I was waiting for was very clearly taken into the night, and in the street, me and my companions chanced upon zombies who did not ash away, but also several other creatures that have these characteristics. And then
He
as
then
we-
says, "Well, I do hope that your Tabaxi friend has recovered well."
I didn't fucking tell him anything about it to Maxine. Hoon just like nods, keeping that in mind. I'm a friend of ours. One of our other companions has been checking up on them. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do about romantic encounters when you are working. But
This is why I don't have any romantic encounters whatsoever. I understand.
I'm
No
gonna linger my eye contact towards Dr. Sikat a little bit. Nod slowly, intentionally. I guess I had a couple other questions, but I don't want to do you lot. I look around to y'all eating.
We have
just
so
like,
many questions.
All the questions.
I don't even know if what we saw was real.
Mhm.
You now notice that Dr. Seekat in the candlelight, in the lamplight, looks not as sinister as you first met. He does have like the really heavy eye bags, but you see that his dark hair frames his kind of like elongated face. You see a man exhausted from study and work, but someone who loves their work, someone who is very dedicated to a cause. Whether what that cause is, you're not really sure, but he does give you kind of like a pleasant aura. And can I get everybody's passive insight?
16.
14.
11.
11.
Okay. Both Hoon and Bayani, you get the sense that he is far from hostile right now. That if he had any intention, he would have done it, and he would have done it without any resistance. But he right now is, as a friend and as a colleague, trying to help you. Is what you're feeling right now. Regardless of your initial apprehensions, right now, specifically, he seems as if he's trying to be your friend.
Yeah. What questions do you all have?
Please. I would rather answer any of your questions than talk to any of these rich people of the party. It's quite exhausting, especially some of the students that ask for recommendations or even apprenticeships. Please, ask me anything.
Has this been the first time that something like this has happened? Because, like...
What exactly? A lot of things have been happening around the city.
With Hoon, you know? And then also, like, who knows if they even bought the excuse? Because, like, that actually happened, and I don't know if Maru was able to convince everyone, because everyone's going to be talking about this, And come tomorrow, we're gonna be walking down the street, and they're gonna be like, "It's the dragon guy," you know.
Honestly, with everything that's happening in the city, I don't think that anybody's going to walk up to your friend and point out, "Oh, it's the dragon guy." Especially with the Capri in the slums right now. Which, honestly, if I had the energy, I'd take care of myself, but hopefully the Night House can deal with it. But, to answer your question, no, not a lot of what happened at the party is regular. But we can get down to the root of it if we need to.
All right, let's start digging. What do you want us to do? I don't know about y'all, but I am so confused, and I feel like I just need to eat more. Just pass that over.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah.
I would say Celeste is not necessarily here in her mind. I think she's still recounting all of the experiences she had as her previous memories and stuff like that, and she just is experiencing a lot of running in her mind, and just like all the memories of her running in the past, and she's checked out. She's still listening to everybody and what's happening, but she's not like fully there, so she's just staring off in the middle distance somewhere.
I'm gonna hold up the holy symbol, which is it is really just like a brooch with like geometric shapes to be. I like pass it to Dr. Seacut.
Please tell me exactly how you remember things happening.
The father, Alcaraz, he knew what this holy symbol was before I did. The god of renewal. And then a lady, her name escapes me, but she touched the symbol, and then it triggered something, and transformed.
Okay, well, you don't mind placing it on the table, and we will try to see what happens. You there, the young one, you are no you yes. You are a practitioner of the arcane arts, correct?
No. I'm a pit fighter. I fight in the pits.
Oh, I was speaking to your friend over there, but that's good to know.
I mean,
Oh.
I think you're just giving me a fancy way of saying that, yeah, I'm a wizard.
Well, sorcery is also another practitioner, and some warlocks as well. But if you could just maybe assist me to make sure that your friend doesn't go through the same ordeal, that would be amazing.
Yeah, are we doing this now?
Yes. I will identify this item, and I need you to counterbalance your arcane energy so that it would not make a reaction. In game terms, he is asking you to make an arcana check to make sure that this doesn't go awry, and our friend Joe doesn't hulk out again.
Yeah, I'll follow his guide and try to balance it out.
So I need you to make an arcana check. I need you to hit a 14 for me, please.
You got it with a 26.
Okay, and I rolled a natural 20 on my identify.
Hey.
On my arcana check. And you see a bunch of lights kind of strobe around this item. Hoon, you feel some form of tug on your being. And with a quick flash, you notice that the ritual is over, and he starts to get a pad from his drawer, and he starts writing. So what this is a, if you would, I would call it a form of soul coin. Your original body was destroyed somehow, somewhere, and this coin found itself a new body, the one that you have now, and it seems that he turns it over. The etchings on the back, whatever Dr. Bashwari did, it broke one of the seals open. Just a small scratch can cause some form of change, and I can repair this seal, no problem. It'll take me a few minutes, but make sure that the inscriptions stay intact until you find your answers.
Writing.
Yes, there is writing. And he turns it over, and you thought it was like kind of like, it looks like it was like etched in, but it's just kind of like weirdly like textured ink. And you see the break that he was talking about. It's not even that big. It's like kind of like a centimeter break in the inscription. And he takes out a bunch of bottles and he repairs it for you in front of you. That should be fine.
Been wearing this holy symbol out for a long time. That is even just a single break.
This is... I'm not quite sure why the symbol of renewal is inscribed on the front, but on the back definitely screams some form of, I don't want to call it infernal, but the same philosophies of the spell that is used have been seen in infernal soul coins, binding souls to one vessel to another. So I am not saying that this is infernal magic. I'm saying that the process originated from infernal practices.
So you're not sure if that's infernal writing on it?
I am pretty sure that it's not infernal.
I can figure that out for you. Just give me 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
I ritual spell comprehend languages.
Yeah.
Get that done.
You ritual spell comprehend languages, and it's draconic in nature.
Bada bing, baby. Hey.
I can speak Draconic. I think I just never read it. I just never turned it around.
Not only that, it's like it's dead draconic.
Okay.
It's
I don't know
not.
that shit.
It's like primordial draconic of
Yeah.
like.
Gotcha.
I can speak primordial. Or I understand
Why?
primordial. Would I be able to?
So
Well,
I don't know.
I just study in my free time.
I just, I took an elective in college.
if you guys want to do this, all right. If you guys want to do this, for shits and giggles, because in rule of cool, I like where this is going. If you want to help with the comprehend languages, with the draconic and the primordial, I will each ask you to make an intelligence check. DC of ascending DC. The first check. So before you guys roll, choose who's the first person gonna roll. The first person needs to hit a 13. to solve the first part of the puzzle. The second person
should go
needs to hit a
lowest.
16, and then the last person needs to hit a 19.
But here's the
I
thing,
should
though.
go the lowest.
Here's the thing, team. I have the highest intelligence, I'm pretty sure. But if I'm the anchor, we might not find out any information if I don't go first or second.
That is so fair and so valid. Remember how I told you do not trust you for anything. So whatever you think is gonna work the best, for
I think
sure.
I should just go first to guarantee we get something. And
So-
then
That sounds great.
So I
the
need
other ones.
both Andres and what do you call this? Bayani to be a part of these roles. So you need to discuss with Bayani as well. I mean with Andres, because Andres is on the slower side of
Yeah.
2 plus 2 is fish.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Quick
So we're all
maths.
doing individual rolls for 3 separate checks.
No. So it's 3 checks all in all.
Mm-hmm.
One person will make 1 check, the second person will make the other, and the third person will make the third. And you need to hit a 13, a 16, and a 19 per each check.
I think I should take the 13. That's what I think.
I mean, if we fail, then we.
I have a +0.
If
You
you
have a +0. I have a +1.
I
So-
have a plus 2.
well, here's the thing. We need the people who can speak Draconic and Primordial to
Oh,
do
okay,
the
so
spell.
it's not me then.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, good. I'm free. I'm free. Never mind.
You're free, you're
Goodbye.
free.
Yeah. So if you also if one of you guys fail, you can find out something from this ritual still. It's just a matter of how
I-
much information I will give based on the successes.
Yeah, I say me, Andres, and then Bayani. I can get an 8. I can get an
Okay.
Is it an 8 or what is
This
it?
is
It's a
In the
13.
Yeah. So we will actually here's the thing, guys. There's
Fun
something
that one.
we are not gonna use physical dice for this.
we
We're gonna depend on the box of doom for this because
You
this is
fucking
Fuck.
cucked me.
Fucking fuck.
because this is
also,
important.
I'm sorry. This is what happens when I'm trying to write notes and function at the same time. I'm like, yes, I'm listening, and also no.
No, I'm not listening.
Okay. So first person to go. Joe, I need you to roll on the digital dice.
Goddamn.
You can just click your
Where'd the show up in the chat though?
Suck my fucking dick. 19.
I'm sucking it. What? I'm sucking it, Hoon.
wait.
It is currently being sucked.
This one after dark, real quick. I didn't know you guys had a relationship like that. What would Mars say?
No.
No.
All I can hear is
Okay.
my boy. Oh no, my boy! Father, help!
So
Oh, boy.
you rolled a 19.
Oh. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Second roll. Andres.
I got it, baby.
You need to roll a 16 or higher.
Go. Not
Okay.
Not Nat.
A slutty 20.
And
That's
last,
20.
but not least,
I don't
Bayani.
feel like for me with a +5, I'm gonna just fuck it.
Oh!
Let's go.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
baby.
No, that's a full 18. That's a 13 plus 5.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh. Can I
Brutal.
something? I have guidance.
Fine. I will let you do guidance.
Wouldn't even just be in automatic. I mean, because it wasn't the gate 19, so no matter what.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, regardless, it would put you
Okay.
through.
All right. So,
You bitch.
I'm giving you're
Yes,
giving
you're
guidance.
being fucking a little goblin over
Yeah,
there.
exactly. So, here's basically what happens.
Oh, no.
Man, now I'm fast tracking info that you are not supposed to know yet. So what is said in the back of this amulet is here lies the warrior. This is just like a when it says warrior, it is used as a general term of someone who has fought in war. May you find your way back, and you know that this has ties to the Seojin kingdoms back during a dragon war that happened about 300 years ago. And it doesn't have anything else but kind of a coordinate on a map. And it leads back to the Seojin kingdoms to the northern side of the country.
This was bound to my soul.
Your soul is bound to this that binds you to that body right now.
Right. Hoon is just staring off now also.
You see, Celeste, you're seeing Dr. Sika just dumbfounded that three
Fucking bozos.
unseeming people solving this shit.
Andres holds up a shrimp dumpling into Hoon's face. Eat.
I take it from your hand and I eat it.
Wait, before you eat it, you need to put the chili oil on there.
You gotta
Hold
put
on.
the chili oil on it. Sorry.
There you go. Chili oil's on.
There you go.
Doesn't even
My mouth is big enough.
And just a straight.
And as you finish the ritual, Dr. Sika, this is fantastic. I've never seen anything like it using the knowledge that you three. Just to let you guys know, this took like about an hour and a half to finish.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Celeste, within that hour and a half, what have you been doing, just to see?
I think at like the 1 hour mark, she finally eats something, like whatever's left over kind of deal. She just is like absentmindedly picking at it.
Yeah.
But she does that thing every anxious person does where they just rerun conversations over and over again. And so she's just rerunning that person's face in her mind, Genevieve's like face, over and over and over again, and all the different like experiences that she felt as that happened. And at one point she kind of, as they're all poring over this medallion and trying to figure out like what the details are, she feels a twinge of jealousy as she sees Bayani and Hoon working together, because she remembers when she had a person.
Given that tinge of jealousy, would you like to make a check to see if you can discover more?
Oh my god, I would love to. What am I rolling
You're
for?
just peering over our shoulders like...
Yeah, roll me a wisdom check.
Ooh, it's a 19.
It's a 19.
Yeah.
So with this wisdom check, we're going to jump into a... What time is it? It's 9:01. Okay. Let's jump into a dream sequence. Not more of a dream sequence, but more of a memory sequence. So you are walking. You're walking side by side in the city. But you're seeing the world from such a low angle. And you look up and it's you. Well, at least it kind of looks like you. There's no tail, there's no fox ears. It's just you. With a bag, explorer's clothes, and you are talking to an older man, like about in his like late 50s. he also looks like as if he is about to go to an expedition. He's taking some notes of what you're saying. Unfortunately, what you're understanding right now, what you're hearing is wah, 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 wah,
Good.
wah, wah, wah. And we cut to where you're in the forest. It's kind of familiar. It seems not far from the forest where you first met this group of friends that you have now when you retrieved a certain bird for Gomer initially. And you are going through and you're hopping and skipping, and you look back and you see yourself again, but you're kind of hacking through kind of fauna to make way, and you see a bunch of people are with you on this expedition. Skip 2, and you're sniffing around. You feel like you're sniffing around, and you're in these ruins, and you look up and you see a pedestal. And then something jets in front of you. It's you. It's your body. And opening a book, flipping through pages. And we cut to, and people are surrounding this pedestal, doing a ritual, and you were just there waiting what's going on. And they put kind of this kind of statuette on it as they do a ritual. And you see a gate open. You didn't notice it before, but there's this huge circular kind of threshold beyond the pedestal. And it starts opening, and it's kind of like this mirror wave thing. And next thing you remember, you are trying to drag your master's body, bloodied, armless body, away from the wreckage, and you notice that people are being snatched up by these weird hands, kind of white, milky, translucent hands coming from each of these, like from this threshold. But you also notice that as soon as they grab somebody, as soon as somebody comes in, one of them pops out, but slightly different, slightly livelier. And as they pop out, they look at each other and they just split into different directions. And then an explosion begins to happen, and this is the last thing you remember. Last thing was a lie. Last thing you remember is waking up, looking at your arm, petrified with the repairs. And you feeling your face, feeling your ears, and noticing your hands. You have hands. You have feet. Not paws. Not little paws. Not a wet little nose. You're human-ish. And that's what you remember.
Oh, that's so sad, Babs. Celeste is trying to, at this point, she's like kind of hyperventilating. She's like doing the soft, like breathing heavy. It's just like, haha, it's hot in here. Oh God, why is it so hot in here? And as she's kind of walking herself through that, she can feel like her, like her claws growing. She's trying not to revert back into a fox, which I feel like she often does when she's afraid, which doesn't happen often. But she's trying to just listen to her breathing, and she starts getting thrown off because it's just so raggedy. So she starts counting things in the room, and she starts trying to figure out like all the stuff she can focus on instead of, and eventually she just drowns it out by listening to whatever the gang is talking about, and is kind of brought back by that twinge of jealousy. That is what put her in initially, but the guilt is actually what brings her back. So when she's like freaking out, like I used to be somebody else, and as she's like thinking that repetitiously, she just thinks, "How dare you? and that shame and that guilt of like wishing she could trade places with her friends, like like just slashes her out of that, and she goes back into her body and just sits there quietly and just watches, and she stops eating.
Yes, Joe.
Is Celeste attempting to hide, like with her face, all of that, or?
Well, the three of you guys are
Oh,
really
we are concentrating. That's
yeah,
right.
this is during the
Andres is
ritual.
like, okay, you see that word right there? That's in primordial. That goes right, and that is what conjugates to usually.
Some scholarly shit
I'm like,
happening
I'm like,
right now.
you don't have time to eat under this, so I'm like feeding you a soup dumpling.
Oh.
I'm like,
And you go,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
take
yeah,
that.
right,
Mhm.
yeah.
And then you
And-
take that, and it
Wow.
kind of creates a draconic.
as you
Yeah.
come back to them talking about that, you feel you notice that Dr. Sikat is offering you a glass of whiskey.
She's breathing and she opens her eyes. She actually doesn't take it. No, thank you.
Are
Oh,
you sure?
thank you, Dr. Seacott. Right here. Yeah. You had it exactly what I was thinking about. Thank you.
He offers it to Bayani, and he asks you, "Girl, are you okay?"
She
No.
he dribbles it back in the cup.
I thought it was apple juice. Just fuck.
No.
She doesn't really say anything, but she just kind of nods quietly, and she like perches a little bit, even though she knows it's impolite. She just pulls both of her knees up and kind of locks her arms around it and just watches. And now at this point, she has her ears fully up, or like they're more pressed down, but her full ears are there, and she's got little tufts of fur starting to build on her cheeks and like on her neck and stuff, like places where she feels like it can hide more. But she's just kind of pulling her clothing in a little bit more. I just realized she can't lock both her arms on because she only has one. So she just kind of uses her one and holds her own shoulder over her legs. She's trying to get as small as possible.
Right in the meow meow.
Right in the meow meow.
Meow meow.
And somehow magically you do actually seem smaller. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. Due to life circumstances, we have a shorter game today. But we're gonna have a quick break for a bio break, get some water, do a little stretch, and we'll be back. We'll catch you guys in a bit. Please have a wonderful stretch, guys. Yay! I got the transition that time. Yeah, awesome. Welcome back. This is Reckoning in Dawn Shadow, all Asian game. If you like Asians, not in that way. Yeah. If you support,
Come on, man, go home, man.
if you support Asians, we love you too, and thank you for being here.
Single not in your area.
Yeah, we can make those jokes just because. Last we left off, we found out a bunch of weird shit about two of our party members. One, that Celeste used to be a fox, just a general fox, not a person, but a fox. And Hoon used to be a dragon, not a crocodile dragon, an actual dragon, like Dragonborn, maybe Dragon, maybe, but all those answers are in a different country, unfortunately. But we come back at the office of Dr. Sikat, where we have our party just hanging out, figuring out what to do with themselves after some traumatic information dumps. So yeah.
Because Sikat is trying to like talk to Celeste a whole bunch. Eventually, she is still kind of like woozy in that way of being swimming in your own thoughts for so long, but she doesn't make eye contact. Dr. Sugat,
Make a wisdom
you...
save. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
what?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I would take it. I would take that shot.
I'm kidding.
She kind of dances around the question for a moment, but she asks, "You mentioned that the father, he is afraid of the Fae."
Yes. Are you not educated in Western history?
And as she's so zonked right now that usually if somebody had said like, "Are you not educated?" she would have flown off the handle. She doesn't fly off the handle much, but that would have gotten her, and she just kind of sits there for a second as he finishes up the rest of that.
Mm-hmm.
She still doesn't love the question, but she's exhausted. I am educated in many things, Doctor, but unfortunately that seems to be where my education runs out.
Well, before they found their way all the way east, Lefixia was a prosperous country, continent, ravaged by constant invasions from the Summer Court. Stories were that Queen Titania wanted kind of a zoo of sorts and started taking cities one by one from the countries until a bunch of heroes stopped them, but it took a while before it was fully stopped. They severed the ties to the Feywild, therefore severing its ties to magic as well. This prompted the expeditions to the east to find new sources of magic. They found draconic magic, Isiogen kingdoms in some countries to the north, and they found more of another Fey presence here at home. Unfortunately, the Feywild stretches far and beyond and has several realms just as the Nine Hells do. What they had dealt with was different from what we deal with. The Fae find us as family. They guide us, they protect us, and so do we for them.
And do we think, is it even possible that the monsters that are coming out of nowhere could be from the Fae?
Well, unfortunately, these monsters are abominations, demonic, undead in nature. But that doesn't really sway anything from Father Alcaraz's point of view. He still believes that the Fae are evil. Maybe some are, but he generalizes. He loves to do that.
I see. And she relaxes a little bit, being like, "Oh, good, maybe I didn't open a portal to the Fae." Well, she doesn't really know where she opened it to. It could have been from the Nine Hells. She then goes back to being tense as she considers that thought process of being like, "Oh, it's good." No,
It becomes a cycle.
Uh-huh.
You start hearing him say, it's been happening, but a bit by bit the Fae forces, the Fae presence has been straying away from the city, as some of our researchers have been noticing. Forests, with their luster disappearing. I believe an acquaintance of yours, and he points to Bayani, started studying about a certain grove of bamboo trees that started losing its blessings.
Yeah, but I mean, Celeste, you don't actually believe in the Fae, do you?
Her ears twitch
Cause
as
like
you say that.
my grandpa just said it's like a local legend. They're like, I mean, it's just something for people to hold on to, you know. I mean, I've never seen the Fae, and I mean, there has to be like a real reason and not just a coincidence. I'm sorry, Dr. Seacott. I know you probably believe in the whole faith thing, but like in all my time living, my grandpa always told me that it was just make believe.
You see the lines in Celeste's face kind of grow, like they deepen as she tries not to frown, because she doesn't want to disappoint you, but she just kind of looks at Bayani, and that is fine if that's what you would like to hold on to, but you've not seen what gives your bamboo magic. Is that not also something to hold on to that you haven't seen?
Andres, back me up here, man. I mean,
And I don't know anything about this.
Respectfully, to your opinion, Bayani, what does Andres know?
well, I mean, I'm not. I mean,
Respectfully to what Hoon said,
respectfully,
what do I know?
I don't know anything. Okay, I'm just a small little boy.
We cut back to Moon at the party eating and like razzle dazzling somebody at the bar.
Oh, Moon and I have spoken already of what they are going through. And
Yes,
they're
good.
going through an ordeal.
Oh,
But yeah, going back to you guys, you see Dr. Seacott say, well, just because you don't see things doesn't mean that they don't exist. For instance,
Like love.
yes, actually, like love.
which you apparently know a great deal about.
Or a secret underground fighting ring where people fight to the death. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening, right?
Oh, have you been told about that?
If somebody had
What?
told me about that, would that be a problem?
Oh, not at all.
Okay, now what if that same person perhaps had me sign up for something
This is where
like
she
that?
starts finding that whiskey from earlier.
It's just on a decanter on his desk.
She pours her and Hoon some.
What do you know of Madam Featherbottom?
Oh,
That was not a good exclamation.
That's not a good exclamation.
she often scouts new prospective fighters to represent her in
And
these
against them.
in these fights. Unfortunately, she has never had such luck in her previous candidates. Some of the fights get a little brutal.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my god, you're a sacrificial lamb to bet against.
Yes, I believe it's hand-to-hand combat, yet some, if not all, possess some certain abilities that they use. Definitely magic is legal.
Magic is legal?
Yes.
No. You don't understand. Okay, I can't do magic.
You did lightning
You
earlier.
just did.
What? Yeah, but that was like, who knows where that came from, right? That doesn't.
Okay,
From the
I'm
heart.
joking.
Okay. I can't.
I mean, it should be fine as long as you avoid Miss Featherbottom. You should be fine.
What do you mean?
Just avoid her. Unless you signed a contract or something, I think you should be fine.
That would be bad.
That would be terrible. That means she can probably find you. She is known to have wizards create contracts to track said signee.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad. That would be
Celeste
bad.
stands up. Like at this point, she like scoots her chair back and goes, "Okay, all right. You know, I think I'm gonna go for a walk. I gotta get out of here. It's stuffy and hot in here. No offense, Doctor Scott.
It's
I
fine.
have
It's
to
good
get
for
out of here."
the specimens.
Oh,
Oh.
she goes, "Uh-huh. Yeah, I gotta
Doctor,
get out of here."
doctor, what do you know? You know, you're here at the school. You know some good people who practice. I need a coach. I need a coach real bad. All right,
Hmm,
I
I heard
I'm
of
in
a
trouble.
I heard of a Goliath. A Goliath woman could. I'm not familiar with a name, but
That gal from earlier, baby.
she teaches sports sciences and medicine. She should be able to help you out.
Where might I find her? Like right away.
If
Do you have
you
like an address or like?
if you wanna, he looks at a clock. Still early. If you want to return to the party, then she should probably be there.
Andres is gonna just get up out of his seat. And he's gonna go. I'll catch up with all of you later.
We're talking.
And then he stops and he goes, "Okay, we're talking."
We're going to talk. Go do whatever the fuck you're about to do.
Sure, we'll talk. But I'm gonna go.
Andres, when you go outside, you see a tiny magenta fox sitting outside on the doorstep, but her little head is against the house.
Oh.
She's pushing her little forehead against the house, and she just sits there.
Would Andres have seen?
I
Celeste in a
I don't
fox
know.
form? I don't think so. Right?
You guys have known each other for like about a month now at this point.
Hoon has seen her as a fox because when they were looking around that first investigation site, that's he put her on his shoulder.
Okay.
That's the only time. I don't know if Andreas saw, but I know for a fact Hoon did and Moon did.
I don't think so.
But
Which
yeah,
first thing? Yeah, I don't think so.
roll me a d20. You're looking for a high result if you've seen it.
14.
Yeah, you've seen the fox before.
Oh.
Tiny magenta fox.
Hey, buddy, are you doing okay?
Her fur like bristles up initially as she hears you approach. And then she looks back around to you. She just has her ears back and little fox shrug.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to pat to do like a little head pat.
And she just kind of, when the llama from Emperor's New Groove goes, "I'm a llama." That's what she looks like, but she's a fox.
Amazing.
And he gets on his horse. He gets on Mustang and goes.
What's your Mustang's name, by the way?
It's Mustang.
Mustang's name is Mustang. All right.
Mustang's
Amazing.
name is Mustang.
So you head back to the party. We're gonna go back to Hoon real quick and Bayani. What are you guys doing?
Bayani, I have a couple more questions I want to ask the doctor. I don't want to hold up too much of your time.
Your
I
time
kinda
is
wanna-
my time. I mean, I was planning to stay at the party for like the whole night, but like it's like
Hey.
7 p.m. right now or something. I don't know. It's
I actually want to talk to him in private, so please enjoy the party.
oh, I'll take a walk. All right.
Thank you.
And I join the rest of the group outside.
Okay.
So I have two questions, Vivian.
Sure.
One, can you remind me what Dr. Seacut looks like? And like what he's wearing?
He looks like okay, the best way to put this, imagine a tired Varric from Legend of Korra.
Time to Google the fuck.
A
Oh
tired
my god,
Varric.
what a word picture you've painted me, Fabian.
But he doesn't
Varric.
have a full mustache. It's just a little bit of stubble.
Okay.
His hair is also a little bit longer, a little bit straighter, a little bit like kind of like stringier. It's a little bit of oil to it, but it looks like product. It's not like ew. And he is currently wearing a as you ask this, he's currently wearing a nice linen shirt that he has spilled a little bit of whiskey and is kind of sticking on his chest right. And he's wearing like very tight riding pants and kind of like high leather boots.
Interesting.
Yes.
Uh,
Roll me a perception check as well.
Yeah, totally. How old is he also?
He's about like mid-30s, like mid to late
Natural
30s. Natural 20. You see noticing that his linen shirt was wet and is sticking to his skin. You're seeing a lot of very you've seen it before. It's like the local writing of Kandigan. It's very similar to Alibata of like the Philippine script, of like the old script. And it is covering his whole body. You can't read it, unfortunately. It's a dialect that you are not familiar with, but
Yeah.
it's a lot. There is a circle on his chest as well, and on his back. The pattern you're not familiar with. Not sure what it is, but you notice that his body is filled with writing.
Okay. My second question is it actually warm in the room? Like, is it like purposefully like kept kind of like a greenhouse?
It's not warm, but it is definitely warmer than outside, because remember, this is like around the fall-ish kind of like,
right.
and this is more of a, if there is such a thing as an absence of temperature,
Right.
that's what you feel like. It's like no humidity, but it's also not dry, and it is like perfect room temperature.
Okay. Where where is Dr.
Did you
Sika?
just slurp?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Where is Dr. Sika in proximity to me? I've been imagining I'm like sitting across from him on like couches or something.
He is leaning on his desk,
Sitting on his desk. Okay.
wiping his shirt a little bit dry.
Right. Hoon, in his mind, like already just sort of has a goal. And that goal is he is beginning to have this feeling towards Dr. Seacut where it's like he's becoming almost too amiable.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to do what I can in this moment to get information that I need in a way that it seems organic, or I just straight up read a bunch of shit and hopefully I commit it to memory. But for now, he walks over to the desk and he's gonna walk over to the desk and he's gonna notice how is Dr. Seacut considerably shorter than I am.
Dr. Seacut is around like 5'10".
Okay, so like not bad. But I sort of just my clawed hands just kind of reach towards his shirt where he's attempting to clean it, and I smile at him just like in a small sort of way, and I just kind of say, "You don't know mending or prestidigitation or something?"
I did, but maybe this is just an excuse to get some assistance.
Shut up!
He's smooth as fuck.
I mean,
Well, guys, gals, non-binary pals, it looks like it's gonna be happening.
Yeah. I think Hoon just kind of is like, okay. Like, I think if that reads with the 16 passive insight as like also interested, then Hoon just sort of says, well, then let's just take it off.
Like a persuasion check with
God damn it.
advantage.
Okay, great. Thank you.
2 nat ones.
Guidance yourself.
It's gonna be so obvious. I'm just like holy light, just touching my own arm. Okay.
Like,
Everyone needs to gas themselves up, baby.
That's 19 on the die, which I have a -1 to persuasion, so that's 18.
Okay. He just leaves you to it.
Great. We talk on the desk. I don't know. Like we
don't have we can
yeah.
we can veil what happens.
Fabian and I have phone sex. All of you do whatever you want.
we're gonna go into the Discord chat, DM each other a bunch of details.
Yeah.
But are you, to my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, while you're doing this, you are trying to look for information on his desk and shit?
Well,
that's so...
I was almost sort of thinking I want to attempt to convince him to like either take me to other quarters so that we can sleep, like actually like get him like to like sleeping, and then I like look in his office, or in this moment if I can nail a perception, I want to specifically be stealing glances out where medical documents are and see if I can get anything off of that.
Roll me a bunch of wisdom, like roll me 3 wisdom saving throws to see whether or not you don't succumb to bliss.
No, literally.
Cause Dr. Secret is good as what he does.
The doctor
Okay.
will see you now.
Yeah.
See you come. I got a 16, a 13, and a 17.
Okay. What kind of information are you looking for?
Just like if there is anything, if at all anything he can even see right now about cloning monsters.
Oh, cloning monsters. So what you see is definitely investigation about monsters, where the sightings were, where what the monsters were, and the next thing you garner 2 things: that information and not cloning, but definitely you find the book that was in the box. You're not sure. You're like, this is like meta knowledge. This was the book in the box. You're not sure this was, again, you're still not sure what was in the box.
Yeah.
But there is a spell in there. And you're noticing a little bit, you're exploring this man's body. And you're seeing some of these scriptures in that spell noted on parts of his body. Not sure what it does.
I'm like dragging my fingernail across some of the, like his back, like some of the markings there, and then just attempting to commit it to memory, but also just like be sensual, I guess.
Yeah. Make a performance check just to cap it.
As a follow-up, we did know that it was a book because someone accidentally let it slip that there was a book inside, but we didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
From my notes.
Also, I'm sorry, not performance, but constitution check.
Okay.
So if you like the roll, just keep the roll and then change the modifier.
different kind of
You said
performance.
this is saving throw?
No. Check.
Check. Okay, that's gonna be a 19.
19. You go the distance.
Okay.
The doctor enjoyed his time. Whether what you did, how you did it, you had an amazing time as well. You're exhausted. You could probably pass out on the couch where you both are. Yeah.
God, this is the fun part because I have
I love
this
how the
very
holy man
spell.
is the one who's doing the seducing. Continue.
I don't even know if I'm like I forgot who Jesus was, but I believe in Jesus.
Mary Magdalene, who?
Yeah, right. I've disadvantaged on my stealth, but I want to basically attempt to
Sneak out.
first thing slip out.
Okay.
I guess at some point if I can do a perception check to see if he's like actually sleeping by like I think he waits like 2 hours just like staying.
No, he's
cuddled up.
he's pooped. He's
Okay, great.
that
This
man.
is in
That man has been tired for weeks on end, and
8 years.
this
Yeah.
this release has taken it out of him.
Okay. So do I have to make any should I make any
No.
check?
No, you're
Okay. I'm taking the book.
good. Oh, okay. Cool. Take the book. You leave. We're gonna go to Bayani. Bayani, what are you doing?
We're just with the rest of the group. I would like to assume that we walk
caught up
away to
with-
get food.
I was gonna say, Tiny Fox Celeste follows you.
Yes, Andres, you and me got more food because we left our leftovers inside, so we.
Andres is
wait,
heading back to the party to talk to the Goliath lady.
We're going back
shit.
to the party too, right?
Yeah, we're just coming with.
I was gonna say, Tiny Fox Uppies, take me up on the horse with you.
I will take
Small
everybody can
paws.
sit on the horse.
Yes.
Amazing.
Like little tiny fox paws.
Come on,
Let me
kids.
on.
Come on, kids.
The
Hoon's
fox
not
is
around,
making
so I gotta
biscuits in the
pretend to be dad.
Well, she's de-stressing as a fox, the little biscuit. She will transform back into herself by the time, before anyone sees when they get there. But she feels much better now that she's been able to do little scritches.
Amazing.
Before we go back into the party, Andres is gonna look at Bayani and be like, "Hey, man, saw those dance moves you were doing earlier. You're doing great."
Thanks. I kind of messed up a little bit, but good for practicing for only like a week. So
Yeah, you're doing great, man.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know. I could have tutted better, but it's fine.
It's okay. We'll work on it. Next one.
Yeah.
We got it. We'll do the full routine.
Also, Andres, before we get to the party, I really don't want to speak to Maru tonight anymore. Maybe we'll see, but just to help, do you want to maybe switch masks? Cause like maybe if we switch masks, she won't recognize me. It's like,
In most situations, I would help you, but this mask really goes with my outfit, and something tells me she's gonna know who you are, no matter what
but
mask
like,
we
it's a
use.
masquerade. So like, if I wear a different I saw like 2 halflings there. Maru
Mhm.
was one of them. I was the other one. No,
There were
you're right.
more halflings.
Celeste, I know you're a fox, and I know you probably can't speak to me right now, but yeah, let's just go. Let's see if we can find Moon.
She can still
And,
roll her eyes as a fox, though. When you're like, I know you probably can't talk to me. She's like,
And I'm like giving you pats, but it's like against the grain, so it's just
she swats at you as she does it. Make sure to give you a good.
Oh, sorry. Also, I don't know what Maru said about the whole thing about saying something about like she set this all up. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that
She-
means.
She immediately transforms out of her fox. I like to think that like Andreas is driving and like Bayani and Celeste are looking at each other like that, and she's like being pressed against the grain. And when you're like, I don't know what she means setting it all up, and she like transforms out and slaps his hand away. Bayani, the invitations. You said they were addressed from M.
Oh.
She
I just
she's
thought
the
that was...
one that got us in.
Okay, now I really can't show my face because like I
Well, it's a masquerade. You shouldn't do that anyways.
Mm-hmm.
before we go inside, I think it's best that we'll wait for everyone to get here. I think who needs to hear this too, but me and Maru have a past, and all in all, like I
don't
really just
think
want her to
Hoon's
live her
coming
life
tonight. Well,
and I just feel like Maru will be better off if I'm not involved in it.
okay,
Because I'm just a village guy. I'm just a village boy. And
okay. You
she's doing her
know,
thing.
that is your choice if you would or would not like to be in someone's life. But if we're doing it based off this weird classism thing you've got going on, probably not the best motivations. Regardless, if you want to stay on someone's arm, I quite literally only have one to offer you, so that can be arranged.
There's just a lot going on, and I didn't expect to see her ever again in my life.
Right?
Andres, I'm sure you've had that experience where like you've seen like an ex, and you're just like, I thought you moved to Sojin or something, and then they're like, hey, no, I'm back into the city, and then it's like,
Bayani, I'm trying
Yeah,
to
and
avoid
then
someone, so we'll just stick together. Andreas, I'm sure, can vouch for us to have some reason to be alone.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you guys ever driven a horse before? This is a little confusing. Come on, Mustang,
Yes.
let's go.
He just
I'm just
yes.
You guys haven't noticed that Mustang went like around one time and then started
He
running.
just like circling.
No, he's just like
ballet.
doing a small circle and then walking
Oh.
to her.
Oh no!
No, come on, go, come on, man.
Make me an animal handling check, please.
Animal handling. That's a 9.
It's a 9. Yeah, he still like zigzags.
Damn it! I'm gonna figure this out.
Then, you start smelling something. Celeste, you look behind because you're in the last spot and you know what's going on. And then like he starts walking again, and it's just messed up. Eventually you guys get back to the party.
I was gonna say she knows how to ride a horse.
Yep. And do you know how to ride a horse, or did your master know how to ride a
I
horse?
was gonna say technically her master knew how to ride a horse. I'm just a fox. I can bite it and it will go.
You guys get to the party. Andres, you're looking for this Goliath lady. You spot her. Mile
Shouldn't be
away.
too hard.
Shouldn't be too hard. Only Goliath there. Dark long hair, and like a long ponytail, like very tight, like evening dress. Lost the mask already, drunk as fuck, getting hit on by men with culture, short kings with culture. There's a dwarf that's just very eager to hit on her, and you're there.
I'm gonna pick him up while he's talking to her.
Oh, you're gonna give him an uppies and just like
I'm gonna
place
give him
him
an
in rows.
uppies and slightly move him over to the side
Okay.
and be like, "Sorry, bud, just give me 1 second." I take off my mask immediately.
Oh, it's you. It's
Yeah,
how's it go? You like the party?
It could have. I like it. Could have gone better. I need your help.
Wow, really forward here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I have a fight coming up in a couple weeks. 2 weeks.
Why are we waiting 2 weeks? Like, look, I'm all ready to go. Fine.
I don't need. I don't. No. No. You don't understand. I'm not asking you to sleep with me. I'm asking you to coach me.
Not saying that you. We can spar tonight if you want. Like, ew, gross. Jesus. He puts her glass down and is like, and she sits down, and everybody's like, "Yo, what the fuck, man?"
What the fuck? What the fuck, you guys? What the fuck is happening?
We're trying to get tossed around tonight, man.
Stop being weird.
You push them around.
Stop being weird. I'm trying to have an important conversation. Look, I'm sorry. I never got your name. Your class on fighting people twice your size, incredible. All right, you really inspired me. You're the only person I know. I'm fighting in a death match. They got magic. I don't really have magic. I need somebody who can coach me. Will you coach me?
Roll me a persuasion check, and remember your item's power.
Yeah, bro. I'm taking that right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my charisma check with advantage with my ring. Okay. Is this persuasion you said?
Yep.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. She takes off her shoes. Wrestle me for it. And everybody's like, "Oh man."
Andres takes off his cape. Takes off his cape.
And like they bring you to like kind of like this garden area, and like it's all grass, and they step on the grass. It's like, "All right, come on."
Wait, Andres, I'm your corner man. Remember, I'm your coach, or I'm like your like assistant. I'm like your water boy, right?
Yeah. This is my water boy. I need to bring him with me.
Yeah.
I don't care. If you want to help them, come on. I can take 2-on-1.
All right, go to your corner.
Celeste finds an actual corner to disappear into. She's just she grabs a wine glass and watches from pretty close by, but still in the corner nonetheless.
Celeste, you notice in the corner of your eye somebody watching you.
Is it Francis?
It is Francis.
Yeah, it is.
Andres, as we get to the corner, I'm gonna take out a small little flask and I'm gonna hand it to you to drink.
I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah, and it tastes like water, but it just tastes like slightly not as fresh. I feel like it's been sitting out for a while. And I just take a little bit off the side of your lip where it was on your lip. Sorry, this is I didn't mean to, I didn't want you to drink this. This is holy water, and I begin to massage your shoulders a little bit, and then I cast bless. I cast bless on you.
Okay, amazing. I love that. Okay, cool. So,
good luck. You only got a minute of this. As I step off to the side.
Amazing.
That's all I'll need.
So you start. Roll me athletics check.
Okay.
And you're blessed. So plus D4.
Plus D4, yeah. It
20.
doesn't apply for athletics. It's only for attack rolls or saving throws.
Oh, bless should apply for like skill checks, I think. No? Okay, then you're in the 20s anyway. So what you get?
I got a 23 without my bonus. I got a 4 on the D4. It would have been a 27.
Oof. So with the 23, you get to pin her. And she's like, all right. Best 3 out of 5. It's 3 out of 5. Let's do this. So roll me 2 more athletics checks.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna count this as like an attack.
Okay.
So bless. Let's add bless there.
Attack bonus, baby.
So I do my strength modifier on this, or would
Athletics.
I do my
Athletics
Okay.
still, but like this is counted as an attack, so you can add your bless.
24.
Okay, and then last.
One more. 24 again.
24.
Mm-hmm.
the last time you pin her. Your insight is really low, but she's liking this.
Are you getting turned on right now? And he immediately drops the grapple of the pin.
Hey, no. Look, I'm pretty plastered. Just how about you meet me tomorrow, okay? I'll teach you. That's a good match. You got me good there.
Andres, Andres lets her walk away, feeling like he was just a little bit used.
It's already over?
Yeah, I don't think she was.
It was
I
hard.
don't know.
It was a hard
It
bout.
was difficult.
Like you had a
Okay,
hard
so
time. You broke a sweat.
Yeah, so he's like, I won, but I don't know. I don't feel like I won.
I'm gonna take you by the hand to like the middle of this makeshift arena and just like raise your hand in victory.
Celeste like slow claps as best as she can. Like she uses her upper arm to like.
And you hear the
Great.
guys like, boo. Lucky son of a bitch.
You guys can get some too if you want.
Not from you. And they just walk away.
Please go get some help.
And as the night goes, what are you guys doing at the party? What else are you guys doing?
I'd like to take Andres and Celeste, and if Hoon has made their way back.
Hoon is gonna take a while. Hoon is
Oh yeah.
Putting in work.
Putting in
Yeah.
work at this moment.
And we're gonna try to just approach Maru when she is in a group, and we're gonna approach them with my group. I don't wanna
roll me a
We
perception check.
Me and Andreas freeze.
Yeah, we're gonna approach them because like I don't
Why?
understand. I have a lot of questions, and I can't be talking to her like we've known each other for years, even though we have. Like, I
Okay,
just want to just thank her for the party.
Wait, Bonnie.
Are we thanking her for the party? Yes or no? What?
I have some questions for you.
Yeah.
Ask-
You
I-
embarrassed her earlier and you
Mhm.
tried to pretend like you didn't remember her, and now you want to approach her in a group full of people? You think that's going to go over well?
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay,
be awkward, man.
Then you do it. You approach. You.
Bonnie, I think we should give her some time.
We might not see her after this. You know.
No, Bayani's right. Bayani's right.
Who again?
She puts up
probably
her
traveled-
finger to both people to tell them to shut it, basically. And she's gonna cast magic. She's gonna cast message to. She's gonna cast magic. She's gonna cast message to Maru.
What are you saying?
How long are you in town?
What is she doing? What is she doing?
And she puts up
No.
her finger to shush you.
I don't know.
It for some reason the message isn't reaching the person that you're intending it for.
Oh, I know it's not reaching her.
Yep.
Okay, because yeah, that's part of the spell. Oh, we have to do this the old-fashioned way.
All right, Bayani, if you want this to happen, I can
Well,
help make this happen.
Yeah, just we came together and we're leaving together, and I'll just be
It's a
behind
really good idea for you to listen to Fights McGee here, who doesn't have a woman,
Okay, all right.
instead of listening to a woman.
Okay,
you.
all right. Hold on. All right.
cunning one.
Where's this hostage? I understand that you just had a life-changing revelation recently, but that doesn't have any excuse for you to be acting like this, okay?
Her
I
teeth
don't-
grow a little bit sharper when Andreas keeps talking. Andreas, if you want to go make yourself a fool with Bayani, you're welcome to, but if you think my wit is bad, wait until you hear from that woman who's been scorned tonight publicly.
She was the one that slapped me. I don't know. She made a choice. I pulled
Go,
up my mouth a little bit.
please.
It's still red.
Please, go,
I think
go,
it's bruising. I think
Let's
it's
go.
bruising.
Sure, let's go. Let's go.
You're
with your
leading it, then,
plan.
Celeste. You're leading it. You know,
No. Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead, lead it.
That's how confident you are. You want me to be your fall guy after I just told you this is a terrible idea. You're gonna pin it on me.
No. I'm
we're
gonna
not,
do this. I'm gonna do.
Not Fall Guys. No.
I
Where's
grab
Moon?
Bayani by the hand. I grab Bayani by the hand. I'm like, let's go. Come on, you and me, buddy. Let's go.
She literally
Okay.
is looking for Moon at this point. She goes, "Where's Moon? I wish I had other company right now. Maybe they'll want to dance."
We jog towards Maru and
Yeah.
whoever's near them. Hey!
I do tell them that magic didn't work to message her. So I'm like, just so you, like, I tell them that my message didn't work because I want them to know that obviously magic is not reaching them for some reason. So
well, here's the thing. It's either the range is not reaching,
sure.
like, or
I would make sure that I'm in
you're
range, though.
you're throwing the message in the wrong direction. There's a lot of different reasons why it might not be.
I would wait to see her if I was casting it. Like, I would make sure that I'm looking at her.
Oh, that's why I was like, perception check. Yeah,
I
but
see.
we started on a whole tangent.
Then never mind.
Okay.
Then I'll just let them run off to do
Perception
what they
check,
want to do.
boys.
I'm gonna do it so I can see.
Yeah.
You want to watch this from far away?
I do. I absolutely do.
10.
I also
9.
get a 10.
You find nothing.
So we just had this big argument, and then Bayani and I storm off, and then we go, we'll find her.
And I'm just watching them storm off.
Just looking around. Bayani, do you see her?
No.
I don't.
With a 10 and a 9 and a 10, you do see the companion that they were talking to earlier.
Ooh, go talk to the boyfriend.
Hey, punk.
Are you gonna approach us like, hey, punk? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you.
And Andres is like, yeah.
He turns around and is like, yes?
You know Maru?
Well, do you?
If she even goes by that name anymore?
I don't believe she goes by another name. Yeah, I know my boss, yeah.
Tell me something. Is she married now?
Married? She barely leaves the house. Who are you?
We
Do
went
I
to
know
school
you?
together. We went to school together.
No, I know you. I know you.
No,
You
you
bring me food. You deliver me food. You.
I pull up my mask. What's up?
Yeah. You have more?
Wait, does she live in that house with you?
Yeah, that's our dorms. It's our office.
Wait. You're telling me Maru isn't living in like some castle, like on the coast?
Castle
I
on
thought-
the coast. There's no such thing. First off, there's no such thing as a castle on the coast around these parts. Also, Maru is a brilliant lady, a brilliant scientist, and she's the reason I am employed. She's the reason why I can do the studies that I do.
And order the food, from what I gather.
Exactly. I don't
see,
need
I
them,
see.
but they taste pretty rad.
Oh, I see. My name's Andres. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Basilio. You can call me Cilio.
Basilio?
Basilio,
okay.
Yeah, Cilio is fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm just I'm here for moral support for this guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can see it's a lot of support. Cool.
Yeah.
So
thanks.
she's like not like a baroness or like a duchess or like a queen.
Oh, she's a baroness. Yeah, sure. But
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, guys. She's a baroness.
so she's a
Mhm.
baroness, but she's also one of the smartest people I know. Well, not as smart as me, of course, but one of the smartest people I know. Also very, very altruistic in nature. Too altruistic. Helping
Yeah, she would
this
always
town,
share her school lunches with me.
Yeah, I remember her coming back and she started doing these studies about this town. I think it's stupid, but it's important to her.
Where'd she go? Where is she?
Back home, she seemed pretty upset.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
I have to make the closing remarks now because for some reason Dr. Seeket's gone, and then now Maru's gone. So
yeah, that guy's. He didn't come back yet?
If
No.
Celeste has heard any of this, she just raises her brows at the boys and is like, interesting, as she continues to drink.
you
her
could
wine
have
glass.
you could have like walked by and dropped that
Yeah, she's like,
like a drive by. Interesting. Yeah.
yeah, she's doing a drive-by for sure, and then finds a pillar again.
Would you listen? The food here is great, but I know your usual. How about me and my friends? We stop by with some brunch
I don't know.
tomorrow.
We're not supposed to
On
let people
The
in.
house.
I don't think it's fair to the people that we hired.
I deliver food to your place all the time.
Yeah, delivering is one thing, but it's a place of it's a place of work. Like we do important things there. Secret things.
Oh.
We'll just be down at the kitchen table. That's all it is. We're just
Make a
I mean, I
persuasion
do-
check.
I'm gonna help him and say, she makes really good food.
May I do it at advantage?
First roll was a natural 20.
Okay. All right. Okay. He takes out a piece of paper. He starts writing some stuff. All right. I want all of this by lunchtime tomorrow. I'd keep talking, but I really need to give this address because somebody has to see off the sponsors and the students. So,
Wait. I can do it.
no.
Andres, no. Andres,
Fair
come on.
enough.
We've caused enough trouble for one
I
day.
mean, look, it just has to be somebody from the Nara Academy or from my department. So, yeah.
Your department being.
Well, I'm a researcher for the Rosewood Manor. So,
Is that so? I've been delivering food to the Rose what? Rosewood
Rosewood.
Rosewood Manor.
Wood.
Manners.
Wood.
Like
Manor.
oak wood.
Like oak.
Manor.
Yes. Sturdy.
Oh.
Like wood.
I see.
Yes.
We'll be there tomorrow. With this whole list.
Yes.
Good luck with the speech. And your name again was
Basilio.
Basilio.
all right, base.
Celio, remember, speak from the diaphragm when you want to.
Yeah.
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 Cool. And he leaves you guys. You guys see what he says, and he's just like, "All right, party's over. Get out of here. Have fun. Good night." And then he just leaves.
I could have done that.
Icon.
As
Legend.
people start to clear out and everybody's kind of ending for the night, oh my gosh, Celeste is gonna very quietly walk up and put out her one good hand to Bayani. If you would like, I haven't danced before. Well, now that I think about it, and she thinks about how she was only a fox before this, I guess never, but I'd like to try, if you would. And she puts out her hand for a dance, even though there's no music, everyone's starting to leave. She just gives him the opportunity to have a dance if he wants a dance.
I'll bow, and I'll take Celeste's hand. Give me one moment here, Andres. As I throw him a few real, do you mind just talking to that violinist that's packing up right now?
Yeah, got it.
Just like a little
Yeah.
something.
He throws up some real. Play us something. Something soft, something slow.
All right. He plays
but not sexy, just like friendship, you
Like
know.
Like
Wow.
friendship slow, not sexy romantic
he
slow.
plays-
Not sexy slow.
he plays endless love.
Like it's like an anime closing song. Do you know what I mean?
but like third season, not like
Like
first
friendship.
season.
No, it's like we've gone through our hardships and now we've come out the other side.
Yeah.
And I will bow and I say, and I'll whisper like with excited breath, "I've never led before," and I begin to lead you through a dance, and I stumble on your feet and stuff, but we get through it.
You can
Andres-
tell. Okay.
Andres is in the back by the violinist going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yes. And but it's funny. Well, Also, I also cast Disguise Self just to gain like an extra foot of height. It's just me,
Yeah.
but with an extra a foot taller,
Yeah.
so that way it's not as awkward. Because like
For sure.
I have to be uppies to get to your shoulders.
And I
now.
can't even hold him.
Yeah.
I only have one arm.
Otherwise, my hand is like around the back of your knee. You know, it's like risky
You know
with that.
how friends do.
Yeah.
They hold your knees. You can tell she's a little bit awkward because she has memories of dancing, but she has never danced per se, and she has some kind of like memory, and her body is memory, but now she only has one arm, and she's never had to even in memory dance with one arm. So she's kind of getting used to it, but eventually, like, she finds her rhythm, and they have like a nice little dancey dance, little friend dance.
And as the night comes to a close, you guys all go to your respective homes. Andres, you just signed your life away. Or you just made the biggest financial decision, the best financial decision in your life. Who knows? We'll see in 2 weeks, right?
We'll
Ew.
see.
Boone, that man knew what he was doing, but also you have a lot of work ahead of you. You got the book. A lot of it is unknown scribble scrap for you, except for a few pages which is in your home dialect that you can understand. Celeste, sure, you might have been a fox, or maybe that's just something that you're remembering, and maybe the both of you are sharing one body right now. Not sure. Bayani, somewhere out in the city is a young girl crying her eyes out, looking out into the sky. What are you doing?
I'm gonna be taking out my invitation, and I'm gonna be slowly tracing my finger over the M. And just mutter underneath my breath, "You're such an idiot." As I lay belly down onto my bed, put the pillow over my head, and just like try to drown out the noise of the day and try again tomorrow.
Okay, throw you a curveball, and let's close this game in kind of a somber way.
No.
Give me a memory that comes to mind when you think of Maru. Describe to me this memory and what happened.
Nah. Wicked, bro. Let me see here. Yeah, there was a moment where we were studying for our exams back at Mariposa Village, you know. Even though it's a village, we still have school, especially for the wizards of under Mentala. But Maru was sick the entire time we were studying, and so I had to, you know, help nurse her back to health, making her broths and stews, and staying with her at her family home. or just no, at the she didn't have a home, at the orphanage that she was staying at, and when we got our results back, we both passed, and she gave me a very distinct hug, and as we pulled away, there was eye contact there, and I was like, do you want to go get food to eat? And I walked away from that, and kind of like in that reminiscing of the memory, I knew that I think after all this time and after our interaction today, this halfling girl never stopped thinking about me and always kept her in her heart. But in the way that I thought of myself and the way that I put her up on a pedestal, I let her go. So there's a bit of a regret there as I think about how my life could have been a little bit more different if I played my cards a little bit differently. So
Across the city, the same thoughts run through Maru's head, and with a tear running down her cheek, she falls asleep. And we shall close our session for tonight and end it over there. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat, for watching, for staying with us, and to people watching this as a VOD. Thank you for choosing to watch this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun. I did, because torturing your players emotionally is funny. It's not super enjoyable, but funny as well. But yeah, join us again next week, while we're supposed to have Stella back next week, a full party, and we'll see where things go for the rest of the party. What they further discover. We're gonna go around and introduce everybody, tell everybody where to find you guys. If you guys have something coming back up, feel free to let them know. Yeah, let's start with Luke.
Hi everybody, Luke Trevisi, New York City comedian, Filipino Italian. How you doing? Nothing to plug this week as far as like shows or anything like that. You can follow me on Instagram at Luke Trevisi, LukeTrovese. That's where I do most of my posting. Got some fun videos coming out in the next couple of weeks as well. So feel free to look out for that.
Amazing. Bayani. Toffee.
hey guys, I am Toffee Plays. Find me on Twitch and Twitter at Toffee Plays. This is the only thing I'm really doing for like the next little bit, so catch me here every Thursday. Shout out to Korean barbecue. Next time you go, make sure you get the corn cheese. That's the shout out. Also, ask for sesame oil. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. Saf.
Hey, that's me. You can find me everywhere at A Clerical Error. There's probably some numbers behind it, but it's fine. You'll find me if the Lord wills it. And if you need any TTRPG streetwear, you can find all of that good stuff at arcanewares.com. We have some fresh stickers right now. We're gonna have a drop coming up hopefully in the next couple months, so keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Joe. Daddy Joe.
Hi everybody. Yeah, I'm Daddy Joe here. I'm at Scary Dog Friend, Twitter, TikTok. On Wednesdays, I'm over at Girls Run These Worlds and Starlight Tales. Thursdays here. Another thing I'm doing over in Going Crit RPG is that currently there's applications open for a Call of Cthulhu game that I am running, which is going to be on Fridays. So if you're interested in horror, family problems, generational trauma, check it out. Put yourself through that on purpose.
Yeah, applications closed on the 26th of August. So jump on that. Speaking of applications, if you enjoy our games and would love to play with us, we have a lot of applications. So follow us on Twitter. Right now we're running 2 applications. One for the said Call of Cthulhu horror game for next month, and we're gonna have a spooktacular soon, counting down for Halloween, and I'll be running Monster Hearts for that, and we'll be having like applications for other games as well as we go. So give us a follow. You can also click the Discord button down on the About and join our community and find more news and see more art. And yeah, my name is Fabs. Join me again next week. Also, you can find me here on Tuesdays for Manhattan by Midnight. It was lovely being the DM tonight. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.
Bye.